Welcome back, everybody. Today is September 8th, 2022, and I have a breaking news update regarding your EBT, your SNAP food stamps benefits, government assistance programs, and we need to just jump right into it. Now, what I want to share with you guys before we deep dive into this is the fact that all these news events, these changes that are occurring throughout the country, at our borders, overseas, they all have an impact on the funds available for these government assistance programs. If you're on these programs, if you're on Social Security, if you're on SSA, if you're on SSI, if you're on SSDI, this news matters to you most because it's ultimately going to have an impact in the availability of the funds and the future of the benefits that you receive. If you're not on these programs and you're potentially anticipating being on these programs, well, you might want to pay attention because these programs may not last much longer if more of these events and scenarios continue to occur. I got a headline here from the LA Times, Los Angeles Times, 16 charged in LA County EBT fraud scheme that swiped funds from needy families. Now, you guys already experienced some down outages and EBT and SNAP benefits not performing a couple weeks ago, with the nationwide outage preventing folks from being able to buy food and groceries at the grocery store, with the cards not being accepted. I've heard that, and this may be something that you guys want to keep in consideration for the future in case this were to ever happen again, which is highly likely that it could happen again. So just be prepared for that. But what I heard was that the cards weren't working being swiped, but if the teller, the cashier, the attendant would actually type it in, then it would work. So I don't know if that was true or not. Anybody who's on the program who experienced that could comment below and let everybody know. I think that would be very helpful so that everybody can be prepared for that. But people are stealing the money out of the program, okay? And it says at least 16 people have been linked to an alleged fraud scheme that stole information and money from California electronic benefits transfer account holders, pilfering federal funds intended to provide food assistance to families in need. And this is according to the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office. Anybody here watching from California, please comment below and let me know if you were affected. Let me know if you know anyone who was affected and what is happening with the funds and how the EBT or the Electronic Benefits Transfer Program is working to replenish your funds if they were fraudulently stolen from you. The plot involved illegally accessing families' EBT accounts by creating cloned cards to withdraw large cash amounts at ATMs, leaving families in the lurch when they needed those funds. And I had no clue that you could actually use EBT cards at ATMs. So if that's a thing, please comment, let me know. And also, if you didn't know, then hey, you can use EBT cards at ATMs to get cash out. So that's good to know. But the problem is with fraud and theft and basically cyber attacks on the funds. They take them away from the people who really need them. They take them away from the people who rely on them, and ultimately put them into a sticky situation, much like we saw when the EBT outage occurred. That you're banking on and you're relying on these funds only to get where you need to go, get to the checkout, get to the register, and the funds have been depleted. Or the system is inactive. There's an outage and you can't access it, so the card doesn't work. But in this situation, the funds have been depleted because they've been stolen by some folks out there doing some illegal activities. And ultimately, if that happens and there's no recourse and they can't get these funds back, then it just further depletes the pot of these programs, and people will end up with the money, but not the people that it's intended for, that actually need it, that rely on it, that need the help from these government assistance programs. So you need to monitor this and stay on top of it. And you need to do your best to stay safe and protect your accounts and not share your information. Be careful where you put the card in. If they got little skimmers on them and little scanners, RFID scanners to steal your information, you got to be careful, okay? But it also says here that the White House eliminates potential hurdles for immigrants on public benefits trying to obtain legal status. So not only do we have folks out there trying to steal money out of the program, steal money from the beneficiaries that that have applied for these benefits and rely on these benefits. But we got the White House eliminating the hurdles for immigrants on public benefits to obtain legal status. So this basically is just going to send a flare out to more immigrants to come on over to America and jump on these benefit programs, because it's becoming more and more, it's becoming easier and easier to obtain legal status. And while doing it, you get government assistance from the United States government, from the Social Security Administration. But the thing is that these folks coming in and utilizing these benefits, they haven't actually put any money into the program. So we've got, basically what it is boils down to is we got more money coming out of the program that is going in. We got more money coming out of the program that ever went in. And ultimately, that's just going to create a deficit. You guys know how it works. If you got more money coming out than it's going in, eventually you're going to run out and it's going to be zero. The Biden administration has finalized a rule eliminating potential hurdles for immigrants dependent on public benefits and trying to obtain legal status. And this is according to a newly released regulation. Now, it says that the Trump administration had modified the decades-old regulation known as public charge in a way that would have reshaped the legal immigrant population in the United States by making it more difficult for individuals to obtain status if they use public benefits like food stamps and housing vouchers. The Biden administration, though, is changing course and unwinding the Trump-era policy by largely returning to long-standing practice. Now, it says here, and I quote, "This action ensures that fair and humane treatment of legal immigrants and their U.S. citizen family members." And this is from the Homeland Security Secretary. And they released a statement, and it says, consistent with America's bedrock values, we will not penalize individuals for choosing to access the health benefits and other supplemental government services available to them, end quote. It says that under certain regulations, the term public charge is defined as someone who is primarily dependent on government assistance, meaning it supplies more than half their income. But it only counted cash benefits such as the temporary assistance for needy families program or supplemental security income from Social Security. The Trump administration widened the definition of who is expected to be dependent on the government by including more benefit programs. That change is no longer in effect. But basically what it boils down to is we got folks coming in here from other countries who haven't put into the program but have ability and access to the funds in the program, further reducing the pot. So you got more hands in the jar, and you got folks out there stealing people's information and taking funds out of their accounts, ultimately hurting you guys, the rightful, legally lawful beneficiaries of these government assistance programs, of SNAP programs, of food stamp programs, of EBT programs. So please pay attention, be smart, realize that, hey, there are scammers out there trying to steal your information. You got possibilities of outages where your cards aren't going to work. And you got folks coming in here from other countries eating up what is available. So we're going to have to figure out a solution to this, because pretty much eventually we're going to get to a situation where there's no more money in the program, and the folks that rely on these benefits are not going to have them available to them. You guys comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're in California. Let me know if you've experienced any of these as scams or anything, or anywhere else in the country. And I'll bring you guys another update as quickly and as soon as possible. You guys be safe. Take care. See ya.